Mark 1, match.
Welcome to the North Carolina Community Colleges Awards Dinner and Celebration. The program will begin in 5 minutes. Please find your seat, introduce yourself to your table mates, and enjoy your salad. Welcome to the North Carolina Community Colleges Awards Dinner and Celebration. The program will begin in 2 minutes. Please find your seat, introduce yourself to your table mates, and enjoy your salad. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for FOX5 DC Anchor, Miss North Carolina International 2016, Wake Tech graduate, community college champion, and our evening MC, Miss Jacqueline Matter.
Hi, good evening, everybody. If you guys could start making your way to your seats, that would be much appreciated as we get tonight's evening started. Welcome to the North Carolina Community College's Awards Dinner and Celebration. I'm so honored to be here and be with you all tonight. Please continue to enjoy your salads as I open up our program this evening. So tonight we're celebrating North Carolina Community College Excellence, and it's my pleasure to serve as your MC. This MC role means the world to me. It is so meaningful because I am a graduate of the North Carolina Community College system myself. That's right. I got my start. I started my college experience, my career journey at Wake Tech Community College. Shout out to all my Wake Tech Eagles out there, if any of you are here. The exceptional quality of education that I received, the support I received there at Community College really made an important difference in my life and really helped propel me forward. From Wake Tech, I went on to UNC Chapel Hill, hence the Carolina blue pantsuit, right? Had to represent somehow. When I was there, I earned a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism and interned at all 4 local news stations in Raleigh, North Carolina, right here. Since graduation, I moved on to WNCT in Greenville, North Carolina. Moved from there to ABC 7 News in Tampa, Florida, where I covered nearly a dozen hurricanes, major events such as the Parkland school shooting, the Surfside building collapse. I also hosted a political and investigative talk show there, and Tampa was there for about 5 years. Most recently today, I'm an anchor on FOX5 Mornings and the #1 rated Good Day DC in our nation's capital. And in my time at FOX5 recently, I've covered several breaking news events, including the Baltimore Bridge collapse, which actually hit the 1-year anniversary just earlier this week, the funeral of President Jimmy Carter, and the second inauguration of President Trump just a few months ago. I also host FOX5's Emmy-nominated True Crime DMV series on Fox Local. Truly been a remarkable and rewarding journey. It continues to be, and it all got started at North Carolina Community College. Thank you. Now, as you can imagine, preparing for this evening really brought back so many special memories for me of my time at community college. I was reflecting on that before coming here tonight. And some of the sweetest memories I have are of my interactions with my favorite Wake Tech professor, who's my guest this evening. I'm trying to find her. We'll have her. Let me tell you a little bit about her. This professor, she challenged me, guided me, encouraged me to pursue my dreams and achieve my goals. She's one of the people who really truly made my journey possible. She also convinced me to join the social science club at Wake Tech, and we had some good times at the social science club. We were reminiscing on that during the cocktail hour, but we've stayed in touch over the years. I'm so grateful for that. So Professor Joanna Clayton, if you would please stand to be recognized. Oh. Oh, thank you for being here with me tonight. And with that, I also want to recognize another Wake Tech professor that could not be here with us tonight. She now lives up in Delaware, but without her, my journey also would not be possible. Some of you may know Laura Farkas. I know Dr. Gail Green over there does know her. She was my history professor, and she was my C-STEP coordinator. And C-STEP, for those of you that do not know, is the Carolina Student Transfer Excellence Program. It's a partnership between Chapel Hill and the community colleges statewide. It provides guaranteed admission into UNC for talented, low to moderate income students who complete their associate degree at a partnering community college, and that was essential in my transition to Carolina. Without C-STEP, there's no way I would have been able to get into UNC. So that is so, she's not here as I mentioned, but I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge her and all of her work in my journey to where I am today. Now, I originally had hopes of majoring in political science and going to law school when I went to Wake Tech, but I had an internship one summer in Manhattan, quickly realized that was absolutely not what I wanted to do. So I came back next semester when I returned to Wake Tech, and I thought, maybe I'll move back home to California where my mom was living at the time and kind of figure out what to do next. I wasn't quite sure. And if it wasn't for the fact that I had been accepted into C-STEP and Miss Farkas and I had a conversation. She had asked me, have you ever thought about a career in journalism? And I did, the morning announcements in high school, but never did I think that that was a career I could do. And because of that question, it changed the trajectory of my life. I still remember sitting in her office, changing my whole prerequisites that I needed to have, because again, I was on the political science track, very different from the broadcast journalism track, and had to take, I think, 3 or 4 extra classes that summer at Wake Tech in order to meet the requirements to get into UNC with my new major. And that was what I had to do before I could transfer to UNC. So that was a very stressful summer, but nonetheless, got it done. But both of these professors are just 2 prime examples of why we are all here tonight in this room to honor our community college students, our faculty, our staff, business partnerships, all of you who make this possible. Now, the awardees this evening, they personify the excellence that is found at all North Carolina community colleges and whose contributions make journeys like mine possible. So with that, enough about me. Let's get into tonight's event. It is co-hosted by the North Carolina Community Colleges Foundation, the North Carolina Community College System Office, and the North Carolina State Board of Community Colleges. Now, our elegant evening would not be possible as well without the support of more than 40 generous sponsors. And our sponsors we will recognize throughout the evening, starting now with our presenting sponsors and our speakers. If you could please hold your applause until the end. Our sponsors here are the Arnold Ventures, the Golden Leaf Foundation, Duke Energy, the North Carolina GlaxoSmithKline Foundation, the North Carolina Rural Center, the John M. Belk Endowment, the State Employees Credit Union, Lenovo, Wells Fargo, the North Carolina Biotechnology Center, and Kane Realty. I also have to admit, I have worked very hard over the years to get rid of my North Carolina accent, but being in a room like this tonight, I can't guarantee it might come out a little bit. It just doesn't translate well on TV. You throw a y'all here or there and people are like, wait a second, especially in DC. So I can't promise that won't happen tonight, though, especially being in a room with so many North Carolinians. All right, before we move along with the dinner program, let's talk a little bit about that cocktail hour. Everybody have a good time out there? There was some great entertainment. We hope you enjoyed all the community college students that were out there showing off their talents. We had the Sandhills Community College Student Chorus. They were directed by Dr. Michael Martin, who performed at check-in. So big shout out to them. Yes, round of applause as well. We also had a Sandhills Community College student and a classically trained pianist, Justin Francis, who performed the pre-function area and who will continue to perform throughout our dinner tonight. And a Durham Tech student fine art exhibit that was curated by instructor Timothy Postel. The students, they were delighted to discuss their artwork with all of you in that pre-function area as well. So again, big shout out to all of our students that were able to perform and showcase their hard work and dedication. Now, your co-hosts, they were proud to offer Western North Carolina beer at the bar out there earlier. We'll have a tribute to the recovery effort that's currently underway later in our program, which will be very meaningful and impactful. But in the meantime, let's join in a celebration of our celebrating sponsors who made the cocktail hour so fantastic. If you can look at your screens, these are our celebrating sponsors: Electricities of North Carolina Incorporated, ECS, Honestly, and Parker Poe. Now, to get to some housekeeping before we get into the awards and every part of the program moving forward, tonight's program will have 3 different segments aligned with our 3-course meal, so keep that in mind. And during segment 1, we'll celebrate our Spirit Award winners, segment 2, our faculty and staff winners, and segment 3, our Workforce Development Pinnacle Award winners. We've also have a planned program breaks between the segments, and we encourage you to kind of get up, use that time to mingle and network with people in the room. Great opportunity if you see somebody from across the room to go say hi to them during those intermissions and breaks. And all of this you can review on the evening program that should have been on your seat when you came in the printed trifold. So take a look at that if you will as well. Now in the trifold and on the screens here, there's also going to be a QR code that will take you to a web page with more information about tonight's winners, our sponsors, and overall our community college system here in North Carolina. Also, for those of you on social media, if you take any pictures, use the hashtag NCComColleges when you post all your pictures. That way we can see them and we can reshare them and everybody can see how beautiful you all look tonight, okay? All right, so let's get into this. Great event tonight. Your time, attendance, support, so appreciated. I can assure you, your co-hosts, they've put together a great deal of thought and care into the design of tonight's program. So it's an unforgettable evening, but also it ends on time. That's important, right? It is a Thursday night after all. Speakers, they've been encouraged to be engaging, but also brief in their remarks. And I'm gonna do my best to keep everything on time, keep it snappy, deliver a happy pace and a memorable evening overall, okay? So let's get into a few other logistical updates. Guests, the wonderful Umstead service team, as you see, they will be pouring wine and soft drinks for you at your table side. The bar will also remain open out there throughout the evening if you'd like to get yourself a cocktail. Now, the bars as well as the restrooms, they are right outside the ballroom in the pre-function area if you do happen to need to use the restroom or go grab another drink or cocktail. For the winners tonight, after the event, if you could please assemble in the salon as the backdrop for some of those group pictures that everyone would love to have. And staff, we're gonna have the packaging materials so that you can take your trophy home without any risk or damage. You don't want these beautiful trophies to be broken in half when you get home, right? All right. Let's get into the program now. We've got 9 awards this evening, as well as a special tribute, like I mentioned, to Western North Carolina. The award presentations include 2 Spirit Awards, 3 Faculty and Staff Awards, and 4 Workforce Development Pinnacle Awards for our business partners out there. Now, each winner this evening went through a competitive process. Ultimately, the winners were selected by a committee, and as you can imagine, the committees received remarkable nominees statewide for each award, and selecting a winner, not an easy task. With that, I'd like to ask the committee and staff members of every award to stand and be recognized for their service, please. Don't be shy. All right, so now for our first segment of awards, here to get us started is our first co-hosting organization of the evening, the NC Community Colleges Foundation. Representing the foundation and sharing more about the Spirit Awards is the chair of the NC Community Colleges Foundation Board of Directors, Mr. Donnie Hicks. Donnie's not only the chair of the foundation board, he also serves as the executive director of the Gaston County Economic Development Commission and is an active champion of the role our community colleges play in our workforce and economic development. With that, I'd like to welcome Donnie Hicks.
Thank you, Jacqueline. And thanks everyone for joining us here tonight. It's an honor to represent the North Carolina Community Colleges Foundation and open the first segment of the 3 award segments. You should know that in addition to co-hosting these awards, our foundation manages several scholarship and public-private partnerships that foster innovation and excellence. As a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization, the purpose of our foundation is to support the mission of our system, and we do that through a focus on fundraising, innovating, and driving awareness. Going forward, our foundation is working collaboratively with the system and state board to advance a national campaign for the community colleges system. This campaign will help us get more North Carolinians through the college system and into life-changing, high-wage, high-growth careers. We have secured CCS, a prestigious fundraising firm out of New York, to serve as our campaign counsel. CCS conducted a feasibility study in the past fall and winter, which validated an ambitious campaign goal in the interest of several prospective national funders. The study also confirmed that we all know to be true, that North Carolina is a top state to do business. Our community college system is a powerful and nationally respected workforce development engine, and that we are stronger together. College leaders, business partners, and elected officials, time is now for the North Carolina Community Colleges system. I submit that there's no more important and worthy cause for our time and treasury than advancing the NC community colleges. which includes 58 individual colleges and 600,000 students. Across the country, community college students have often been the least, the lost, and the forgotten. Let's show the nation that here in North Carolina, community college students are celebrated, supported, and set on their path to shine. We believe that the wind is our backs and the momentum is in our favor. We can and will unlock new resources and support the North Carolina community colleges. In your swag bag tonight, you're going to get an umbrella. That umbrella is not for inclement weather. That's because we together are going to make it rain for the North Carolina community college system. I also have the privilege of introducing our fellow directors on the foundation board, and I'd like to have them and representatives from CCS stand and be recognized. Thank you. It's fitting that we're presenting the Spirits Award in this segment. The Spirit Award is named after two important North Carolina community college pioneers. The first is for Dr. W. Dallas Herring, who was one of the state's earliest champions of community colleges, and Dr. I.E. Reedy, who was the first president of the community college system. The vision and values that drove these leaders to establish our community college system will help us guide us forward and reach new heights. New this year, the Spirit Award videos include interviews and details about Drs. Herring and Reedy so we can learn about their contribution to the system and what their leadership provided. Our hope is that when we look back and learn from them, it'll also help us as we move forward into this new territory. Before I turn it back to Jacqueline, I want to help present the Spirit Awards, and I have the honor of recognizing the 2025 Academic Excellence Award winners. The Academic Excellence Award was created in 1998 to recognize and encourage scholarship among students at every North Carolina community college. Each year, our colleges nominate an outstanding student scholar, and these students are some of the most exceptional examples of success from our Great 58. Each scholar receives a plaque and a medallion, which made possible through a contribution by the foundation. I'd ask you to turn your attention to the slides. We have 3 slides that will give you some information on each of the winners. Thank you. We are so proud of these exceptional students and are looking forward to following their success journeys ahead. Please join me in a round of applause for our 2025 Academic Excellence winners. Now I'd like to turn it back to Jacqueline to help us with the presentation of the 2 Spirits Awards. Jacqueline?
Thank you, Donnie. All right, the first Spirit Award presentation is the Dallas Herring Achievement Award that is presented by Arnold Ventures. Now, the Dallas Herring Achievement Award was established by the system in 2010 to honor the late Dr. Dallas Herring, one of the state's earliest community college champions. It's awarded to a current or former student who has made the most of their opportunity while at a North Carolina community college. Now joining us to present the Dallas Herring Award tonight is Ms. Kelly McManus, Vice President of Higher Education at Arnold Ventures. Welcome, Kelly.
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Jacqueline, and thank you to everyone for joining us here tonight. It is an honor to represent the North Carolina Community Colleges Foundation and open this segment with our first award. You should know that oh, you know what? I'm reading Donnie's script. Something about that didn't seem right. So I am thrilled, though, to be here tonight with you, in all honesty. And I am especially thrilled to be back in my home state of North Carolina. So for those of you who do not know, Arnold Ventures is a philanthropy that focuses on evidence-based solutions that address the most persistent and pressing issues in America. Our founders, Laura and John Arnold, launched their foundation in 2008, and since then they have expanded to focus on education, criminal justice, healthcare, infrastructure, and public finance. We are committed to innovative, transformational approaches for student success, and our new $35 million partnership with the North Carolina Community College System, called Boost, is an example of this commitment. Boost is a new statewide program in North Carolina that is based on a model developed by the City University of New York. This model includes comprehensive student support services and has doubled the student graduation rate. We are replicating this model at scale in North Carolina with adaptations so that it is aligned with Propel NC Industries, and cohorts of North Carolina community college students will quickly move into high-wage, high-demand careers. And we expect to double completion rates here in North Carolina while also increasing the speed of students' graduation. Dr. Dallas Herring charged us with taking students where they are and carrying them as far as they can go. And with Boost, our students will go far and they will go fast. Speaking of Dr. Herring, it is my pleasure to present tonight's Dallas Herring Achievement Award. This award was established in 2010 to honor Dr. Dallas Herring, an early advocate of the North Carolina community colleges, and recognize a current or former community college student who best embodies the life-changing and future-shaping power found at North Carolina community colleges. As always, the nominees for this award were inspiring. Tonight, we honor a student who shows us precisely what's possible at North Carolina's community colleges. Mr. Kyle Harris of Vance Granville Community College. Please enjoy this video while Kyle makes his way to the stage.
Dallas Herring was an educator, a businessman, a visionary, whose work transformed education in North Carolina. He also spent 25 years at the North Carolina State Board of Education, tirelessly advocating for educational opportunities for all. His philosophy was to take people where they are and carry them as far as they can go. When Dallas Herring talked about the doors of opportunity, he was talking about classrooms. Classrooms open to anyone who lived in North Carolina. But those classrooms were not just at a college. Those classrooms were in communities. Those classrooms were in businesses. Educated people created opportunities for themselves and their families. Our economy is driven more than just by a classroom, but by the people in that classroom. So the recipient of this award is someone who embodies the ability to lift up themselves and their communities in ways that Dallas Herring envisioned himself.
Well, I was at the Veterans Life Center of North Carolina, which is it's for at-risk veterans. I was needing help, and they were there for me, and I was looking for a way to change my life, to turn things around for myself. And the college sent representatives to the VLC, and they explained the process. And after that, I was in there, and I was at school.
Kyle's overcome a lot of obstacles, personal and directional for him. And I think what's so inspiring about him is that he has taken it upon himself to inspire others.
He's not one of those that wants to sit in the corner and not work on the cars or not engage in the classroom. He's been great.
I build the electrical systems on the ambulances. We refurbish ambulances. We build 4x4s for rescue squads, fire departments, and all first responders. I'm really proud that my work goes out there and saves lives in the community.
He does a lot of electrical work. The lead technician for this electrical work goes, "Where did you learn that? How did you know this?" Helped my ego a lot.
You know, my journey's been a challenging one. It feels good that someone recognized that. Yeah, I feel really good about it.
We are really excited to see what Kyle does next with all his enthusiasm.
Thank you. Thank you for this award.
Firstly, I'd like to thank God. Going to college has given me an opportunity to reinvent myself. And I've really turned my life around, and that's why I'm here today. I'm enjoying a life that sharply contrasts with the circumstances that I found myself in 3 years ago. And I'm proud to say I'm living in sobriety in my new community. I have a challenging career and a job that I enjoy. Going to college has taught me that I can overcome my circumstances, and that I can achieve amazing results as long as that opportunity is met with commitment. I'm grateful that so many people have come together to help a veteran facing adversity, and through their support, I've empowered myself with a higher education and changed my life. I would like to thank the staff of Vance Granville Community College, the Veterans Life Center staff, to help me get through this. They have programs to help veterans out in our state, and I'd like to thank my manager for seeing my potential, and thank you for this award.
Congratulations, Kyle. While Kyle and Kelly pose for a photo center stage, I'd like to note Kyle received an envelope with a check from our foundation for $8,000. Isn't that remarkable? And you guys, I didn't even have to tell you to stand up for a standing ovation. I just wanted to thank you personally, as well as the daughter of a service member, for your service. We were talking as well before the show about your time in Iraq, and thank you for that and for what you're doing with these first responders and the way that you're providing. Just truly a man of service right here. Again, another round of applause for Kyle. Now, in addition, new this year, Kyle is also going to get free professional headshots during a photography session. Compliments of our photographer this evening, James Winter of Oak City Social. So thank you, James, for that. James is also a graduate of our community college system here tonight. He graduated from Randolph Community College in 1994, currently an adjunct faculty teaching the second year portrait concentration, which is pretty awesome. We're delighted to have James take photos for us tonight and this evening and appreciate his additional contribution for tonight's event. Also pretty cool, I don't know where you went, Kyle. Oh, there he is. Kyle, you're gonna be featured on a billboard on a highway. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if you know about that. Yeah, so that is compliments of our state board member, Robbie Moore, who owns Riley Outdoor, specializes in outdoor advertising in Eastern North Carolina. Exciting to take our celebration to the streets, let everybody know what the NC Community College Foundation is doing. And Kyle gets to be on a billboard. I'm kind of jealous, to be honest. I've never even been on a billboard. All right, thank you as well for our additional prizes for our Dallas Herring Award winner. We appreciate everybody who contributed to this award and for Kyle to take home these fabulous prizes. All right, let's get into our second Spirit Award tonight, and that is the I.E. Reedy Lifetime Achievement Award. It is presented by the Golden Leaf Foundation. It's an honorary award given to someone who's made a significant statewide contribution to the North Carolina community college system. Now, presenting this award is the Golden Leaf Foundation's president and CEO, Scott Hamilton. Scott, welcome.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Good evening, everybody. How are we? It is a great evening. The Golden Leaf Foundation was created in 1999 to increase economic opportunity in North Carolina's rural and tobacco-dependent communities. Over the past 25 years, our foundation has helped create more than 68,000 jobs, generate more than $780 million in additional payrolls, and train and retrain more than 98,000 workers. One of our key priorities for our foundation is to prepare North Carolinians to succeed in careers that meet our state's current and future workforce needs. As you can imagine, the North Carolina Community College system is one of our most important partners. We have a long history of funding community colleges. In fact, Since January of 2024, we have awarded more than $24 million to support 21 projects at community colleges across the state for projects supporting internships, apprenticeships, training and advanced manufacturing, agriculture, healthcare, and other high-demand jobs. Tonight's I.E. Reedy Award winner was the president of a Golden Leaf-funded community college and has been a tremendous advocate for his college, for his community, and for the system. But before I get into the details this evening about the winner, I want to say this about the award. In preparation for tonight's award ceremony, staff spoke with members of the Reedy family to learn more about this illustrious visionary. Reedy's granddaughter, Lucia, said, "He believed in education for all. He believed that a person's education is something that no one can ever take away from you. He was humble, he was kind, he was thoughtful, he was generous, he was wise, and he was just. He was a man of integrity. He was funny. And best of all," she said, "he was the best granddaddy a granddaughter could have." So thank you for being here tonight, Lucia. And I would ask, well, at first I want to thank you for sharing your memories of your grandfather, but I would also then ask for you and your husband, Tom Johnson, to please stand and be recognized as we recognize your grandfather's legacy. And now it is my pleasure to announce the winner of this year's I.E. Reedy Award. This is an individual who has made significant statewide contributions to the system and has demonstrated leadership, commitment to the system's enhancement and its impact. And I will add, he has demonstrated many of those wonderful virtues that Lucia talked about her grandfather. The 2025 I.E. Reedy Award winner is Dr. Dale McInnes, President Emeritus of Richmond Community College. Dr. McInnes has already made his way to the stage. But wow, we are celebrating his success. I hope you will enjoy this video highlighting his contributions, his leadership to the community colleges across North Carolina for the past 32 years.
Dr. Reedy, Isaac Epps Reedy, he was just granddad, this guy who told stories, smoked a pipe, was extremely intelligent, loved poetry, loved education, loved imparting knowledge on other people. He became a teacher at a very young age, moved into administrative levels and teaching levels through boys' schools and through public schools. He was principal at some schools and a dean of boys at a school. He was the superintendent of schools in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Partially because of Sputnik, and during the Cold War, they were very worried about Russia getting a jump on us. So the governor put together a group of people. My grandfather was one of them. Out of that was born the North Carolina Community College system, and he was asked to stay on as the first director of the North Carolina Community College system. Granddad believed that everybody should have a chance for an equal education and a lifelong education. The community college system was something that gave people that ability.
Well, the I.E. Reedy Award is a Lifetime Achievement Award. It really celebrates pioneers that come through our community college system that do great things for not only their own institutions, but for the system as a whole. And I think that that particular award, there's just really nobody more deserving than Dale for this award.
We had a business model here that we developed. It was all about focusing on the student and where do they want to be and how would it add value to their lives and their families' lives.
I think he really sees his role as helping his fellow man achieve their potential. And he really and firmly believes in the mission of the community college and his ability to meet them where they are and take them as far along that continuum of career opportunities that they choose to pursue.
The programs that have been added since he's been here, substation program, electric lineman, surgical tech, and then we've got forthcoming, we've got the Hendricks Motorsports Complex on the horizon very soon.
He was the architect of Propel emceed. We've yet to see the benefits and the legacy that that will leave behind.
Everybody's got an idea, but turning it into a plan. And I think that's what I've been able to bring to some of these concepts is going from the conceptual to reality.
Chairman Looney, distinguished leaders of all of our community colleges, the state board, Scott, thank you, and the Reedy family. I want to thank you. It's a great honor. I'm very humbled and touched to be even mentioned in the same name as Isaac Epps Reedy. I accept this award on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the trustees, and the communities I was honored to serve, especially the students that trusted us with their future. Now, I'm not afforded the time or the words to thank everyone, many of whom are in this room, who helped me enjoy a job I loved for so long. To my dear friends here, I know you love these colleges as much as I do, and I thank you for what you do every day. To my wife, Thomas, my son, Ryan, and I have to edit this because when I wrote this, his wife, Caitlin, was supposed to be here. But she couldn't be here tonight because she was going to be with our future grandchild, who is now my new granddaughter. And Ryan, I only hope that Sydney Claire will say the same things about me that Lucia said about her grandfather. My parting thoughts: remember why you do this work. Trustees, presidents, state board, remember why you do this work, and remember those that depend on your vision and your leadership. The future, their future, is yours to shape. Remove the hinges of the open door so we can ensure it never closes to anyone. Be brave, be bold, and be relentless, but stay true to our mission and strive to become the colleges our state needs and deserves now and in the future. Thank you so much.
Dr. McInnes, thank you so much. All right, last September, Western North Carolina experienced an unimaginable natural disaster when Hurricane Helene caused damage, flooding, and devastation that is rarely seen at that scale, and they continue to deal with that devastation. After Helene, we've been touched by the stories of North Carolinians pulling together demonstrating unthinkable resilience and unbelievable resourcefulness. Tonight, your co-hosts wanted to pay special tribute to those that have been impacted by Hurricane Helene and recognize the irreplaceable role of the Western North Carolina community colleges in their response and their recovery as well. Here to introduce tonight's tribute to Western North Carolina is Kendall Bowman, State President of Duke Energy, North Carolina.
Well, good evening. As North Carolina's homegrown electric utility serving 3.7 million customers, Duke Energy's team of 15,000 works every day to keep your electricity reliable and help power the vitality of the communities across the state. This past fall, our state and infrastructure were put to the test as Hurricane Helene made landfall. Hurricane Helene was one of the most impactful storms in our history and required an unprecedented response to ensure swift power restoration for our customers. In Western North Carolina, almost 74,000 impacted people were North Carolina community college students, and another 6,000 were faculty and staff. The Duke Energy team, in close coordination with local, state, and federal partners, got to work immediately to restore power, deploying more than 23,000 field personnel from more than 19 states and Canada. We used drones and helicopters to inspect damage and move equipment to hard-to-reach places. Although power restoration is complete, crews continue to work to re-strengthen portions of our region's grid, rebuilding substations and other infrastructure to replace the temporary solutions used in the wake of the storm and ensuring reliable service for our customers. Noting the extraordinary damage caused by Helene, we pledged that Duke Energy will be with the communities we serve every step of the way as they recover. Making good on that pledge, we have committed $2.7 million towards disaster relief and readiness over the past few months. Thank you. Duke Energy's immediate response to Hurricane Helene was focused on restoring service. But as important as it was to get power back on, we know that the communities affected by the storm have many other needs. To meet these needs, the North Carolina Community Colleges team joined together in a truly inspiring way, and their generous efforts saved lives and began to rebuild homes and communities. Please join me as we watch a video created by the North Carolina Community College System commemorating these heroic efforts and the impact they had in Western North Carolina.
We were hearing stories about folks in the community being airlifted out to safety and not knowing who of those might be your friends, your family, or students.
As soon as the storm hit and we regrouped here on campus, we realized pretty quickly that we were one of the only places that had internet access. And we became a resource for some of our neighboring agencies. They set up a temporary shop here.
We were housing fire and rescue teams in our fire training center. We deployed our police department over to UNC Health Party to help provide security over there.
At its height, we had hundreds of people coming through a day getting food. We had people who were coming in and packing up to-go boxes to take to other family members and stuff who weren't coming to us, but who also needed food.
All of our faculty and staff that teach in our public safety programs were deployed out into these rural areas doing a search and rescue and recovery efforts.
We had 10 students that were out working with their agencies all across Western North Carolina. I had taught these students how to deal with a situation like this. We had given them the skills that they need to survive, and not only survive, but take care of their patients, but knowing that they were now out there doing this job. It was terrifying for me in this event.
We had Duke Power workers and other people who came in who were operating out of our parking lots. So we had close to 1,000 power workers who were on our campus operating in this area. And so we invited them. We were like, come over and eat with us.
So originally our first items that we had were from local distribution centers that were handing out donations. But then when our sister community colleges found out what was going on in our region, they were like, how can we help? Like they stepped up to the plate immediately wanting to send items.
But one thing that I did see is that the community came together. That when this happened, the communications were down, people were stuck, people were stranded, there is no power. We had neighbors checking on neighbors again.
When you drive by, there's a visible site of a debris field on our campus. And that is a reminder every day that there are communities out there that are still suffering, that are still struggling, but we know that we're making progress toward recovery.
Sometimes it can seem weird to look for the silver lining in things, but I think it's brought people closer together. I think it's made us realize that, hey, you know, in an emergency we were able to pull together and work together. If we always were thinking that way, we could be prepared for the next thing.
Who's going to rebuild Western North Carolina? Small businesses, our workforce development students, community college students and graduates were there before, during, and after the storm. We're going to rebuild Western North Carolina.
When you look at where we were after Helene and how far we've come, it's truly amazing. As you heard, the 14 Western North Carolina community colleges played a crucial role in response and recovery. With the presidents and senior leaders in the room tonight from our 14 Western North Carolina community colleges, please stand. Thank you for all that you've done. Not only were those leaders at the heart of response and recovery, but many of them felt the impact of Helene personally. Tonight, we invite a student from Blue Ridge Community College, Ms. Stephanie White, to share her personal story and how her college helped her in a hands-on way as she got back on her feet and back into the classroom. So welcome, Stephanie.
Sometimes life storms, both literal and personal, test us in ways we could have never imagined. Coming from a life of many struggles, from childhood trauma to addiction, I found my way into a recovery program in 2019. Later, I became a program mentor and found a love and passion for helping others who have struggled. After recovery, I knew I needed more help to become the person I wanted to be. I wanted to attend Blue Ridge Community College, but it was hard to find the courage to take the step to invest in myself. It was my 5 beautiful girls who deserved a mother that they could look up to that finally inspired me to take the step through the door. From the moment I enrolled at Blue Ridge and met Miss Crystal Bradshaw, my success coach, and Miss Andrea Craven, the human service advisor, I felt a sense of connection and security. Alongside many others, they believed in me and gave me the confidence that I was taking the right step toward my future. I was going to college, and I would learn to use the trials I had overcome to pave a path of hope for others. As I began my first semester, I felt strong and empowered. Then, with almost no warning, Hurricane Helene came in full force. It pulled the trees right up from their roots, washed away roads, created rock slides, and pushed heavy rain straight through the shingles of our rooftop, flooding water into the bedroom of my infant and toddler. We were stranded for weeks without power. There was no water to make my daughter's formula, and no way to communicate with family. Helicopters buzzed overhead day and night. Our food was limited. It would be weeks before help would come. So my fiance and I dug out the chainsaw and started slowly cutting our way down the mountain. During this time, my children asked me many questions I was uncertain how to answer. The hardest was, what are we supposed to do now? or in children's words, we don't have any internet. My confidence was fading rapidly. Eventually, we made it to town, and I was able to get a faint cell signal for the first time. And a text from Blue Ridge Community College stated that we were setting up a distribution with supplies. I went immediately. And as soon as I walked through the door, everyone had a welcoming smile on their face, even though they had too been affected by the storm. I joined other students in getting anything and everything that my family needed. At the top of my list were baby bottles, formula, diapers, which I was so thankful to find. But with cold weather setting in, I still needed to find dry, warm clothes for my children. The Student Services Vice President, Kirsten Bunch, overheard me asking for clothes. And over the next few days, she somehow found them for us. When she called me with the news, like, wow, was all I could say. I thought I was losing my way in the storm, but that one extra step she took to provide a reassurance that I desperately needed. We were gonna be okay. Blue Ridge offered me the student emergency grant, helping me pay the mortgage and begin repairing our home. I was able to return to class later that semester, and now I'm almost halfway done with my associate's degree in human services, specializing in addiction and recovery. I see now that Blue Ridge didn't just provide resources, they provided true empathy and connection. They also helped me keep the confidence that I worked so hard to gain. I'm able to continue rebuilding my life inside and outside of school, and soon I'll have the education to be a part of the change that I want to see in the world. To everyone at Blue Ridge, and also those who are in this room that helped supply our resources after the storm, I can't thank you enough. My children can't thank you enough. I see my story as proof that a broken crown can still color a beautiful picture. And no matter how strong the storm may be, with a supportive community and the power of education, we can always rebuild. Thank you.
Stephanie, thank you for sharing your story with all of us here tonight. We appreciate that. What an inspiring start to our program between Kyle, Dale, and Stephanie as well. You guys have remarkable stories, and this, again, is why we are here tonight, to honor the folks in this room with those stories. All right. Let's get into, I wanted to tell you this does conclude our first segment of the evening. We do have a break and a great time for you to finish your meals, enjoy your dinner, and listen to music, mingle, make some connections at your table if you don't know anybody that is there. And as we move into the break, I wanted to let you know we'll be back in just a few minutes to recognize some of our remarkable faculty and staff award winners. So enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the program will resume in 2 minutes. Please find your seats and continue to enjoy your dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage for segment 2, our MC, Jacqueline Matter.
All right, everyone, please continue to enjoy your dinner, but the show, it does have to go on, and we're going to move into our segment 2, Faculty and Staff Awards. Before we get into the awards, we wanted to mention the beautiful tablescapes. The room looks fabulous, doesn't it? The flowers are gorgeous. Those were made possible by our contributing sponsors who are listed here on the screen. Please hold your applause as well as we recognize these contributing sponsors tonight. AT&T, Bojangles, Caterpillar Incorporated, CCS Fundraising, IBM, Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina, Martin Marietta, Mount Olive Pickle, My Future NC Incorporated, North Carolina Electric Cooperatives, Novan Health, Oak City Social Club, Riley Outdoor, the North Carolina Railroad Company, and State Board member Miss Sarah West. Now, to frame up this next segment, it is my honor to welcome to the podium the North Carolina Community College System President, Dr. Jeff Cox. Born and raised in Allegheny County, Jeff is a North Carolina native and a lifelong educator. He's also started his education career as an English teacher and a coach, then went on to become superintendent of Allegheny County Schools, and then the president of Wilkes Community College, and now we're lucky to have him as our system president. With that, please welcome Jeff Cox.
Thank you, Jacqueline. It's wonderful to have such a wonderful, shining example of one of our community college graduates here as our MC tonight. Would you all agree? Fantastic. I want to once again thank all of our co-hosts and sponsors for tonight's event. It's truly a team effort as we pull together to celebrate excellence throughout our community college system and all of our 58 community colleges. The community college system is thrilled to have strong support from advocates representing us in the U.S. Congress, at our North Carolina General Assembly, and throughout our state and local governments. If you are one of our elected officials or one of our senior government officials, would you all please stand so that we can recognize you? Thank you all for your leadership and support. One of the greatest privileges that I have as president of our system is hearing firsthand how North Carolina's community colleges are transforming lives. Whether it's a student whose education has opened doors to a better life for her family, or a graduate who successfully transferred to a four-year university, or someone who landed a life-changing job because of a credential that he earned. Every story reinforces why our mission matters. These stories are powerful reminders that what we do every day isn't just education, it's opportunity, it's hope, and it's a path forward to a brighter future. We stand today at a defining juncture for North Carolina, a moment where the need for talent has never been greater, and our community colleges are uniquely positioned to deliver. With 58 colleges across our great state, serving more than 600,000 students, we are proud to be North Carolina's leader in partnerships, workforce development, and affordable and accessible education. But we're not stopping there. We're building stronger bridges to high-wage, high-demand jobs, expanding fast, flexible credentials that meet the needs of working adults and employers, and investing in the wraparound services that students need to succeed. We're investing in economic mobility, in opportunity, and in the future of our state. And with the continued support of our policymakers and the future, of our policymakers, we're going to continue this work and deliver for our employers in the communities we serve and keep moving North Carolina forward together. Community college has a unique ability to be so many things to so many people, and at the heart of that are the amazing faculty and staff we're so fortunate to have throughout our system, both in the colleges and at our system office. It's important work and it takes a strong team. I want to recognize my colleagues at the system office who serve on my leadership team and the 33 presidents we have who are here with us tonight from our local community colleges. Would all the presidents and our senior team at the system office please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Thank you all for your leadership. This brings me to the honor of introducing our Faculty and Staff Awards this evening. Our shared vision comes to life every day through the dedication of faculty and staff across all 58 community colleges. Tonight, we're honoring 3 outstanding individuals who have left a positive and lasting impact on their colleges and the system as a whole. Jacqueline, back to you. Thank you all.
He said back to you like he was out in the field reporting. You want a job at Fox 5? Come on, come with me back to DC. All right, thanks, Jeff, so much for all of that. And now we're going to get to our first Faculty and Staff Award. That is the Excellence in Teaching Award. This award is presented to a college faculty member who shows dedication to high-quality instruction. Presenting this award is the new Executive Director of the North Carolina GlaxoSmithKline Foundation, Miss Melissa Chappell. Welcome, Melissa.
Well, good evening. I know some of you from working in, at the Durham Tech Foundation in my previous role, so it's nice to see some familiar faces in the room. I'm delighted to be with you this evening representing the North Carolina GlaxoSmithKline Foundation. Our foundation supports educational programming that promotes a healthy, thriving society across North Carolina. Since our founding in 1986, we have awarded more than $91 million in grants to nonprofits across the state. Education is our focus, and we know the critical role North Carolina community colleges hold in preparing people for meaningful and in-demand jobs. In 2021, we provided a $2 million grant to the North Carolina Community Colleges Foundation in support of nursing programs at 6 rural community colleges. In addition, the foundation awarded challenge funds in 2001 to establish a long-standing teacher preparation program. The NC GlaxoSmithKline Foundation recognizes the importance of investing in excellent instruction. In that spirit, I'm pleased to share that tonight's Excellence in Teaching Award recognizes a faculty member who exemplifies the highest quality of instruction and makes significant contributions to the North Carolina community college system. This year's recipient is Dr. Lisa Smelser of Central Carolina Community College. We recognize Lisa for her dedication to student success and for leadership that extends beyond the classroom, securing grants and partnerships that expand access to life sciences careers, particularly for underserved populations. Please enjoy this video of our 2025 Excellence in Teaching Award recipient, Dr. Lisa Smelser, as she comes to the stage.
Sanford is a strong manufacturing community. We need to be able to offer programs where people working any shift schedule can have access to our programs, and that's a really important part of how I teach at Central Carolina.
Lisa stands out as an educator because she really gets it. She ensures that her students know what our industry partners need. She ensures they get an experience like they would get in industry, and she connects them from the very beginning with those partners.
You know, I appreciate that Lisa in Central Carolina, they ask for a lot of feedback on the skills that we're looking for, the kind of equipment that we use. There's even some partnerships where we'll donate some equipment for things that students can train on. So it's very applicable to what we do.
Like my son told me the other day about Dr. Lisa, because he took her class as well. She's the right person for this job. And if she could change the world, she would.
I'm deeply honored to receive this award. This recognition isn't just mine. It reflects the meaningful relationships I've built with colleagues, mentors, friends at CCCC and across the state. Each of you means so much to me. At the heart of my work is a simple truth: relationships matter. Dr. Van Zoost from the Belk Center said it best: the relationship between faculty and adult learners determines the extent to which adult learners succeed. That belief guides everything that I do, building connections to make a real difference for students, including our industry partners who keep us accountable, and collaborations across the state of North Carolina that strengthens all of us. I'm inspired every day working to improve the experience of others, not only by serving their needs today, but by anticipating and preparing for the challenges of tomorrow. Together, we can create lasting change and ensure a brighter future for all North Carolinians. Thank you so much.
Lisa, congratulations. All right, now we will move into the Staff Person of the Year Award that is presented by the North Carolina Rural Center. This award recognizes a staff member who demonstrates excellent performance and commitment at their institution. Here to present this award tonight on behalf of the North Carolina Rural Center is their president and CEO, Mr. Patrick Woody.
Thank you, Jacqueline, and good evening, everyone. The North Carolina Rural Center's mission every day is to improve the quality of life of the 3.6 million North Carolinians that call rural North Carolina home, and the quality of life in the communities that they call home. One of the Rural Center's core values is a commitment to always striving for excellence. My predecessor, Billy Ray Hall, who many of you will remember, always said to me, "Patrick, never forget that rural people deserve the best." So because of him, we constantly strive to achieve excellence. And that's why I'm so pleased to be here to present this award, because of the excellence that it recognizes. The Rural Center believes community colleges are an economic engine in our rural communities and are a regional anchor institution that brings critically needed capacity to the areas that they serve. They are a critical component of upskilling and preparing rural North Carolina residents for new opportunities. We're particularly excited about presenting tonight's award because it recognizes one of the community college excellent programs that's instrumental in connecting rural North Carolinians to future opportunities and better lives. This year's Staff Person of the Year award goes to Miss Denise Young, Director of Apprenticeships at Southeastern Community College. Please roll the video as Denise makes her way to the podium.
When I first met Denise, I saw a lot of drive in her and a lot of community support. She had something special in her. She had that kind of wink in your eye that you don't always get out of a lot of employees.
Oh, I love my job. I have loved it ever since 1998 when I started. I love working for Southeastern. I love helping people, so I love it.
She'd take the time out of her day and, reach out, make sure I was doing all right, and message my manager and see how everything was going, which just made me feel good and made me feel like I needed to try harder.
I've been where these students are. I was a single mom with a high school diploma, dislocated worker, so having someone to help you and assist you on your path, I know all too well that it matters, and so I try to do, anytime a student, I was like, don't give up, you can do this, you got to find a way around it, over it, under it, you can do it.
And I think that's what really sets Denise apart is she takes the reality of what's happened to her and can interpret that and help motivate individuals and students to see more than they can see in themselves at that given time.
Thank you. I am profoundly grateful for my family, my colleagues, Dr. English, and the leadership at Southeastern Community College. Your unwavering support and encouragement throughout my journey has fueled my passion to serving our students and the community. This award is not only a reflection of my efforts, but a shared celebration in what we have accomplished together. As I stand here tonight, I'm reminded that success is not a destination. It's an ongoing commitment. I believe, as Winston Churchill once said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the ongoing commitment that counts. I'm ever more committed to opening doors and creating opportunities for others, just as others have done for me. Thank you.
Denise, thank you and congratulations again. Well, as you get seated here, we are going to move on to our final award of this segment. This is the President of the Year Award. This award encourages, recognizes, and rewards a continued commitment to outstanding leadership and contributions to our community college mission. Presenting this award on behalf of the John M. Belk Endowment is their President and Board Chair, Ms. MC Belk Pylon. Welcome, MC.
Good evening. What an exciting event. Thank you, Jacqueline. What an inspirational story you have starting at Wake Tech. It's why we're all here and hearing about your rise to international communications. What a start. Chair Looney and Dr. Cox, thanks for making this night so special for North Carolinian leadership that is so important to this state. At the John M. Bulk Endowment, we believe in education that empowers people to attain the skills and training they need to gain meaningful employment, leads to both personal fulfillment and community vitality. We are more than ever focused laserly on community colleges. We believe in what they do and the importance that they have with the tentacles in business, the tentacles with adult learners, and the tentacles with high schoolers, as well as the community fabric that strengthens what they do. One of the things that our team really enjoys is traveling to the community colleges, meeting these presidents and their teams and seeing what they do every day is amazing. One of the best parts of our job is being on the campus and traveling the communities and learning more about all the many things that go on in our state. Over the course of building these these relationships, our team has been impressed with the service heart and the tenacity that being a community college president requires. Each year, the system recognizes one of 58 presidents as an exceptional leader among their peers, someone that has significantly contributed to their institutions and the entire system. Tonight, it is my honor to present this award to Dr. Shelley White, the 7th president of Haywood Community College. We have watched Dr. White rise through challenges, and even on the calm days. She has done strategic plans. She has led through the closing of the paper mill of Canton. She has led through Helene, COVID, and the forest fires recently, and many other things. Through each of these trials and tribulations, Shelley models composure, putting student success first, and a very strong vision for the future. Congratulations, Dr. White, and please come to the stage while we all now watch a video about you.
When I first met Dr. Shelley White, I knew that she was who we needed at Haywood Community College. She was not here very long before her leadership was challenged.
A couple of months after I arrived, of course, the pandemic started. We had weathered the pandemic. We had weathered a flood in 2021, which was devastating to our community here. And we had also seen the closure of one of the largest employers in the western part of the state in 2023. So having responded to those crises over that time and then being hit with Hurricane Helene, very easily I think we could have just, we're down.
And what I noticed, especially during Helene, was the level of communication from the college. There was consistent and clear communication from the college the whole time about how we were going to handle this.
That is one of her strengths. She communicates with community leaders, political leaders, and she is well respected across the state with her colleagues.
All of the trials and challenges that we as a college and our community have faced, the college continues to be here and continues to be pushing up that hill.
Thank you all. I am deeply honored to receive this award and accept it on behalf of the incredible faculty, staff, and students at Haywood Community College who make my work meaningful every day. To my colleagues across the NC Community College system, community partners, the mentors who have guided me, my wonderful husband Lee, who's here tonight, and our board, 2 members who are here with me tonight. I thank you for your unwavering support throughout my career. Recently, I lost my dad unexpectedly, and while this has been an extremely difficult time for our family, I am thankful that I had the opportunity to share the news with him of this award, and he was so proud. My parents instilled in me the value of service and the importance of education. This foundation has helped me to weather many storms throughout my leadership journey and remain focused on our mission of serving our students and communities. Reflecting further on this is a message I'd like to share with you all: to find bravery amid fear and resilience through inevitable change. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations, Shelley, and thanks for sharing that with us. All right, please join me in another round of applause for all of our faculty and staff award winners tonight. All right, it is now time for our next break. Feel free again to continue to enjoy the music and your meals. The staff, as well as the Umstead staff will be bringing out the dessert service momentarily. Mingle with folks across the table if you'd like as well, and we'll be back in just a few minutes to celebrate our outstanding business partners as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the program will resume in 2 minutes. Please find your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage for segment 3, our MC, Jacqueline Matter.
If everybody could start making your way back into your tables so we can move into our third segment tonight, that would be great. I'll give you a few seconds. All right, as I mentioned, we are going to move into our third and final segment of the evening. During this segment, we'll present the Workforce Development Pinnacle Awards and celebrate exceptional business partnerships. Here to tell us more about this segment and the value of business partnerships, as well as updates from the State Board, is former Lenovo executive and State Board Chair Tom Looney, who I also just found out also has a connection to Wake Tech. Tom, thank you. Take it away.
Thanks, Jacqueline. You're doing a fabulous job. And I got to tell you, folks, this is like Christmas for me. The gifts we're seeing in this room tonight are just phenomenal. But it's fantastic to see so many good friends, having spent many years here in Raleigh in the business community. It's a privilege to be with you to celebrate our award winners and our system of 58 extraordinary colleges. When I started, they were called great. Today, they're extraordinary. Every time I speak, I lead with a simple truth. The North Carolina Community College System is the most important organization in our state today. No organization touches more people or changes more lives. We offer the best value proposition for students, businesses, and our state's economy. We are the gateway to opportunity. We accept everyone by eliminating barriers with no exclusions. We provide the fastest pathway to a good-paying job. We inspire students starting in high school through dual enrollment, giving them a head start on their future. Close to 80,000 of those students last year. We enable students to graduate with little or no debt, ensuring they launch their careers unburdened by financial stress. To meet North Carolina's accelerating workforce needs, we must move at the speed of business and innovation. We accomplish this by embracing technology, leveraging artificial intelligence, unified data, and advanced learning platforms. We must treat students and businesses like valued customers. We must listen to their needs and respond with speed and agility. We must adapt our funding models to align with the evolving business and industry needs, ensuring we remain responsive to the labor market demands here in North Carolina. Today, we listen and respond by turning challenges into opportunity, adapting to the needs of our students and our employers. Rest assured, the North Carolina Community College System isn't just talking about bold action, folks. We are taking it every day. We designed a nationally recognized funding model, of which I get to speak to a group of about 1,000 people next week in San Diego, called Propel NC. We did it in record time with the help of our presidents, elected officials, business leaders, and education partners. This model achieves parity between workforce credentials and traditional curriculum programs with a focus on high-demand, high-paying careers. Over 200 organizations across our state, many in this room tonight, endorse this new model, a record number of endorsements for any organization in our state. I want to personally thank my good friend and leader, I'm going to tear up talking about it, Dale McGinnis, our IE Reader Winning Award. And I'll tell you what I said, Dale, and you remember, I said, the patient's on the operating table, how long is it going to take to get it done? How's 90 days sound? Dale said, I'll take the job, and he got the job done. So, Dale McGinnis, you're the best. Thank you. Today, we're dramatically improving the student experience in big ways by investing in customer relationship marketing tools to personalize student engagement and provide the ultimate customer experience. And I know there's some folks from Lenovo here tonight, and the one thing I focused on in business and was core to my success was a maniacal focus on the customer. We need that same maniacal focus consistently across every campus along this state, and we are going to have it. We are modernizing our back office functions and unifying our data by leveraging the best-in-class tools available. This effort is leading to data-driven decisions by measuring the return on investment for our students, our colleges, our businesses, and for our state. And that's not all. Our foundation established bold goals for our campaign, and we're building grant capacity at the system office to fill the funding gaps that will enable us to accelerate innovation and student success. And guess what? We want our fair share of these grants, all of them. I want to thank Donnie Hicks and Katie Lubis and the Foundation Board for their leadership and confidence. We're launching a monumental campaign. We've put new grant writers on staff. So I want members of the General Assembly to know you're not the only pocketbook. We're picking everybody's pocket in this country to fund our community college system. So here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. The workforce of tomorrow depends upon the actions we take today. By treating students and employers as customers, listening to their needs, and acting accordingly, we will create an agile system that responds to change. By moving at the speed of business, embracing innovation, we will ensure that North Carolina is the uncontested leader in workforce development. How do you like that, Chris Chung? So, from the bottom of my heart, this was a dream. You made the dream come true with this event. This is the second year. Thank you to everyone who's been here tonight. But more importantly, I want to thank you for your confidence and support for the collective vision we have for our community college system here in North Carolina. And finally, I'd just like to take a moment to recognize the dedicated members of our state board who are really leading this effort. And I got to tell you, when I joined the board, I thought it was like the other boards are around. You meet 4 times a year. We meet 10, and it's for 2 days. So it's quite a commitment from our board members, and I really respect the work they've done and their commitment. We've got a fabulous team. We're made up of 22 leaders, including our Lieutenant Governor, Rachel Hunt, State Treasurer Brad Briner, Labor Commissioner Luke Farley. And I mean, these folks are busy. They show up at our meetings and participate. And Treasurer Briner told me he's on 23 boards, so I don't know how he does it, but 23 boards. So Brad, you're the new leader in board participation, I'll tell you that. And Autumn Queen, who's our student government representative. I would tell you, this community college board we have today is shaping the future of our community college system. And I would like our state board members, please, to stand. I want to give you I think you got a round of applause earlier. Please all stand up again. I'm so proud of you. Please, will you recognize them? And I want to say congratulations to all our award winners tonight, and thanks to all the employers who have taken ownership for our students' success. And to the employers out there that are engaging and being recognized tonight, I'm off script. I want to tell just a quick 2-minute story, Katie, so don't shoot me from the back of the room. But when I chaired the board of Wake Tech, it was at Lenovo. There was a young girl who had 5 kids. I think they were all maybe under 10 years old. Her husband passed away. She was a widow at 30. She was one of the Lenovo interns and ended up going to Wake Tech. She graduated. At her graduation, we gave her a Lenovo badge. She was a Lenovo employee. And I almost cried tonight. I guess I did cry. I wouldn't admit it, but I did cry tonight when I saw her. Tiffany Harrell. Tiffany, where are you? Tiffany Harrell. And Tiffany today works in our workstation group here in Research Triangle and is managing a very large team of technicians. So let me tell you, this room's proud of you, Wake Tech's proud of you, I'm proud of you, and you make everyone at Lenovo, who is now a $68 billion company, proud of you also. So thank you, Tiffany. So on with the show, and I'm really excited for you all to see the business awards we have tonight. We have some amazing stories. Thank you.
I'm not sure how I follow up that energy from Tom. That was awesome. That made us all super eager to learn about the exceptional business partnerships here with the North Carolina Community College Foundation. Let's get to those. Our first Pinnacle Award tonight is the Apprenticeship Champion Award. The recipients of this award have created a meaningful and impactful apprenticeship experience, pushing beyond traditional roles and responsibilities. Presenting that award on behalf of the State Employees Credit Union is their president and CEO, Miss Lee Brady. Lee, welcome.
Well, good evening. Before I start, I just want to say that I'm a proud Wilsonian. And I got to sit tonight with two of my fellow Wilsonians, Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt and Paula Benson, who is on your Board of Trustees. And I am also a proud community college supporter. I'm the daughter of A.J. Walston, who happened to serve on the board of Wilson Community College for many years and their foundation. And we are very proud that they have the A.J. Walston Student Center and the A.J. Walston Scholarship. So we will continue to support community colleges for many years to come in our family. But tonight, I am here on behalf of State Employees Credit Union. And State Employees Credit Union is very grateful to serve North Carolina's state employees and their families since 1937. Our mission is to help our members achieve a better quality of life and to have a meaningful impact on the communities that we serve. We know that one thing is a good education, and it's a pathway to a better, higher paying career. And in many cases, that education can be obtained in an apprenticeship program. Successful apprenticeship programs don't just happen. They require business partners and those who are willing to step up and be apprenticeship champions. Central Piedmont Community College has enjoyed the support of one such champion for 30 years. Through its Apprenticeship 2000 program, Bloom has equipped more than 300 students with critical STEM manufacturing skills, provided hands-on training, closed workforce gaps, and ensured a pipeline of skilled workers for the Charlotte region's growing economy. Bloom's innovative approach and dedication to career-focused education have solidified their legacy as a leader in apprenticeship excellence. I am honored to recognize that legacy tonight with our 2025 Apprenticeship Champion Award. Please join me in watching this video about the Bloom Apprenticeship Program as representatives from Bloom and Central Piedmont Community College come to the stage.
In the mid-90s, we decided that we wanted to bring over our European-style apprenticeship training program. And CPCC has supported us ever since then, and in essence has become one of our very early business partners.
We have been so successful making sure that we are training the right people to come work for Bloom, and they've been a tremendous partner. We've had over 88 graduates in this program throughout the years, and many of those individuals have stayed with the company.
Apprenticeship 2000's motto is earn while you learn. While you're here at Bloom, you're being paid to learn all the technical skills they're training you. And then when you're at school for the one day each week, you're essentially paid to be there at school.
When you walk through the door to come into the apprenticeship shop where they actually train, it says apprentice, it says trainer, and then it says mentor. So it's not just what we're doing over the first 4 years as we're making sure that they're a great apprentice and preparing them for the manufacturing floor. It's that we want many of those individuals to become trainers.
By the time you graduate, you already have at least a year and a half of experience in that environment. I personally think those experiences are some of the best experiences because you get to really see how you can solve a problem from the very beginning.
I'm really appreciative that we're a part of this, but I'm so excited and so proud of Bloom.
Thank you for having us tonight. Candy and myself, we are very proud to be here. And I can assure you, we kept our North Carolina accent. So I want to say thank you to the North Carolina Community College and Shelby McLean, our apprenticeship North Carolina consultant, for this wonderful award. Our success would not be possible without our trainers, the Bloom's apprenticeship team, and our top management. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Apprenticeship 2000. This partnership is the reason we are receiving this award today. Bloom, Chiron, Ameritech, FOF, and Central Piedmont Community College have collectively created shared experiences, curriculum, and maintained focus on the needs of our respective industries and students. This award acknowledges the importance of developing early career programs for young students to develop critical skills needed in technical fields such as manufacturing. Bloom invests heavily in high-end equipment, dedicated trainers, and time for our students to learn. Our goal is to produce well-rounded technicians with strong interpersonal skills. Some of these graduates find themselves as future leaders of our company one day. To sustain a successful apprenticeship program for 30 years, a company must be fully invested in the program's vision, encompassing passion, patience, and commitment. Thank you again. We are very honored to receive this recognition today. Thank you so much.
All right, let's get into our next Pinnacle Award tonight. This is the Innovative Leadership Award. This award celebrates a partnership between a community college and a business that provides high-quality training and education programs aligned with industry needs and results in improved employment outcomes for those that take part. This award is presented by Lenovo. With that, I want to welcome Chris Babson, General Manager and Director of Commercial Education Portfolio and Commercial Education Business.
Good evening. Lenovo is proud to partner with the North Carolina Community College System and to present this year's Innovative Leadership Award. We're the world's largest maker of personal computers, and we're committed to extending our leadership by delivering smarter technology for all, achieving net zero emissions, and building a sustainable digital society. We have deep roots in North Carolina, and we have participated and benefited greatly from our partnerships with North Carolina community colleges, particularly as you heard Tom reference earlier. And Tom, I'm glad I didn't have to follow you right away, man. I missed those days. With intern programs, which provide students with opportunities to gain real work experience and earn money while earning college credits. And that, like you heard, can lead to full-time employment. As someone who's been at Lenovo for 20 years, I can't think of a better place to come out of a college environment and into, and it's been great talking with Tiffany tonight and meeting her. Today's economy is in a constant state of rapid change, and many of those changes are driven by advanced technologies such as AI. And the businesses and institutions that will thrive are the ones that can innovate and adapt in today's volatile world. The Innovative Leadership Award recognizes a business that has demonstrated its ability to partner with our community colleges and create innovative programs and practices that meet the needs of their business and their community. This year, the Innovative Leadership Award goes to GE Aerospace and Wilkes Community College for their significant impact on North Carolina's aviation industry and the regional economy. Their transformative partnership has helped GE Aerospace expand its West Jefferson facility. It's led to a 5.5% productivity improvement and has driven $77 million in economic impact. I am deeply honored tonight to recognize the exceptional results of this industry education partnership with our 2025 Innovative Leadership Award. Please enjoy this video as we welcome our award winners to the stage.
In 2015, our site was awarded an expansion, so we doubled in size and we were challenged to hire over 100 people. To address that, we built a partnership with Wilkes Community College, which enabled us to quickly develop a training program and was allowing us to be able to have a successful hire rate of 75%.
The joy is to be able to look at an employer's needs and develop a program that you can meet every one of those needs. It's not a canned curriculum. It's a curriculum that you can develop and really adjust to meet all facets of their training needs for their employees.
At our site, we make the rotating parts inside of jet engines and commercial for military as well. So our tolerances, if you've ever dealt with any tolerances, you take a human hair and you cut it 7 times, and that is how tight our tolerance is.
It's very, very precise. I mean, we check a gauge every time before we measure. If it's off just tenths, we got to take it to the gauge lab. I mean, it's very precise.
Congratulations to GE. Congratulations to all the team members here. We're proud to be your partner, and we look forward to be your partner for years to come.
So instead of bringing a North Carolina accent, I brought a West Virginian. Good evening. I'm Bobby Thornsberry. I'm the site HR leader, and I'm honored to represent GE Aerospace, West Jefferson, in accepting the Innovative Leadership Award. GE values the partnership we have with Wilkes Community College. Its exceptional training programs and instructors have helped us upskill our workforce. Our 10-year relationship has allowed us to grow significantly from 90 employees in 2005 to more than 300 today. This growth has led GE Aerospace to invest approximately $15 million in 2025 to grow our site, and such growth wouldn't be possible without Wilkes Community College. I want to recognize Kendra Blevins, our site training leader, for her leadership in our training program and her partnership with Wilkes Community College. Special thanks to Mike Rogers, Ricky Roten, Becky Greer, Steve Harris, Larry Coldiron, and many others for their invaluable contributions. Although many of them couldn't be here tonight, their efforts have been crucial to our success. We look forward to achieving even greater milestones together. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I might add, by the way, once I'm off the clock, since we're talking about accents over here, maybe a glass of wine at the bar afterwards. You might see it come out a little bit, okay? So It comes out. Get a little glass of wine in me. All right, let's move in now to our Business of the Year awards. These awards recognize businesses that are model partners with their local community colleges, improving lives of workers and the state of North Carolina. We'll start with our Business of the Year with less than 500 employees. Our presenting sponsor for this award is Wells Fargo. Here to present that is Juan Austin, Senior Vice President of Public Affairs with the Wells Fargo Foundation.
And so good evening. Wells Fargo is a leading financial services company committed to helping customers around the world achieve financial success. And so tonight, on behalf of all Wells Fargo employees in communities large and small across North Carolina, we are honored to present the 2025 Business of the Year Award for companies with less than 500 employees. Each year, we help North Carolina Community College students achieve their goals through the Wells Fargo Technical Scholarship Program, which has provided $500 scholarships to students to all 58 colleges for more than 2 decades. Knowing that small businesses are the engines of economic and employment growth, we also fund nonprofit initiatives that are focused on providing capital, technical assistance, and networks of support for entrepreneurs. This Business of the Year Award recognizes small business companies with fewer than 500 employees that have demonstrated commitment to workforce development through partnerships with community colleges. This year's award winner equips students with essential hands-on skills through work-based learning and apprenticeships. They have donated robots and a truck to Central Carolina Community College to enhance the college's training programs. Their efforts have helped to solidify North Carolina as a leader in advanced manufacturing. It is my honor to present to you this year's Business of the Year Award for companies with employees less than 500 to Mertech Solutions. Please join me in watching the video while we welcome Mertech President Mr. Jerry Pedley and Central Carolina Community College President Dr. Lisa Chapman to the stage.
At Mertech, we design and build custom automated assembly and test equipment. Almost always just a one-of-a-kind machine. Everything has to be put together with machines. You know, humans don't want to do repetitive tasks over and over and over, so we make machines to do those tasks.
Jerry engages very closely on several advisory board committees, so he understands what we need in terms of content, but he also knows what we need in terms of equipment, and he's very generous with that. If you go over to the E. Eugene Moore Manufacturing and Biotech Solution Center, you will see some of the robots that Jerry and Mertech have donated to the program.
So that robot is creating a job for somebody right here to run this machine all day long that's doing several tasks.
One of the things that we do is provide opportunities for people to increase their skills to be able to work in a more automated environment.
I can tell you that I think his involvement in our community is why the college and he had such a great relationship, and it became a place where reliable work, treat people well, grow a business, and give back to a community all have come together to make this 30-year overnight success.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Wells Fargo. Thank you, everybody, for this award, especially the community college. But I'm going to go way back to 1990 when we started a business in Sanford. We needed employees, and I called Mr. Brown from the community college, and I said, I need some employees right away. And he sent folks over, and we hired 3 guys way back in 1990. And it's been very successful for us. I think we have 35 employees now. I probably work with the best guys ever. And it's easy to find employees. I can call the community college yet today
and probably have 3 people interview again tomorrow. So what we most encourage you to do is get involved with your community college. We've got 58 community colleges in this state. Don't tell me you can't find employees, because we have customized training. They train our guys in mechanical engineering. They train in tool and die. They train in electrical. All these skills are trained at your community college. So it's easy to find employees. Sit on an advisory board with your community college. That's easy to do. And they're going to give you a free meal a few times a year. And so what could be better than that? So I've been very blessed with our community college. I thank you for Dr. Chapman, everybody else involved with the community college. I thank my mom and dad. I thank God for everything. I thank my brides here tonight. So appreciate everything, and very thankful for all you do in the community college systems in this state. Thank you very much.
All right, let's give it up for CCCC. Did I say that? CCCC. Okay, 4. There we go. They're talented students. Well done to all of them. We're going to move on now to our final award, and this is the Business of the Year with more than 500 employees. Our presenting sponsor for this award tonight is the NC Biotech Center, and representing them this evening is Senior Vice President of Economic Development and Statewide Operations, Bill Bullock.
Thanks, Jacqueline. I have to say, it is always, honestly, just a pleasure to be part of this event. It is inspiring. It is humbling. I want to, on behalf of the NC Biotech Center, I want to thank and give my appreciation to everybody here who has won an award tonight. And I have to call up my friend Lisa Smelzer. Congratulations. I know where Lisa's out there, but somewhere for her recognition tonight. As we at NC Biotech continue our mission of fostering tech-based economic development in the life sciences, we are honored to be part of the state's team that has helped position North Carolina as a global leader in biotechnology and life sciences. The North Carolina Community College system has, of course, Tom Looney, of course, has played a major role in bringing our state to this leadership position. As the organization that runs NC Bio Network, which is one of the main partners we have here in the state for life sciences education, they have engaged dozens of colleges and employers in developing the workforce that is critical to the success of biotechnology across our state. This year, our Business of the Year Greater Than 500 Employees Award is a global leader in healthcare whose products are revolutionizing treatments, including diabetes and obesity, and one of North Carolina's most highly regarded and significant life science companies. Over 30-plus years, they have invested more than $6 billion, with a B, in North Carolina, and have grown from just 50 employees to more than 2,500 today. Most recently, some of you may have heard, they announced that they will be increasing their investment by $4.1 billion and adding 1,000 more jobs, which, by the way, is the single largest investment in North Carolina life sciences history. To help address its growing need for talent and demonstrating its commitment to workforce development, in partnership with Johnston Community College, the company has created a state-of-the-art simulated work environment where students get hands-on training in bioprocessing and biomanufacturing. I've had the distinct pleasure myself of working with this company for a long time, and I could spend a lot more time, but it is the last award, so I will move on. It is my honor and pleasure to present the 2025 Business of the Year Greater Than 500 Employees Award to Novo Nordisk, along with Johnston Community College. And if you would all please join me in watching a video as our winners come up and accept their award. This will include Niels Nielsen, the Corporate Vice President, Novo Nordisk, North Carolina Manufacturing Facilities. Thank you.
Not many people realize that Novo Nordisk, even people who've lived here for a long time, that we have been here for more than 30 years in Johnston County, and our partnership with Johnston Community College has almost been as long.
When we can train people who are going to go directly into the workforce, that's what we're all about. So the Workforce Training Center is really what makes that happen. One of the most innovative things about that center is that Novo and the other partners actually tax themselves to pay for the operations of the center.
Without the community college, we wouldn't have a lot of the employees we have now. I wouldn't be here without the community college.
I'm sure people imagine it's just a bunch of people in lab coats and, super sciencey. But we have people from all walks of life come here. Students who have just gone through a course in high school are now getting ready to join us. And we've made high school hires. We've made people with bioworks certificates a start for their career here at Novo Nordisk.
Every day you're doing something that changes people's lives, keeps people alive. It's very, very important. I'm a type 1 diabetic myself, so I know the impact of what we make.
We really make sure that we're both singing from the same hymnal. We are on the same team, and it really shows.
Thank you, Dr. Lindqvist and Jason down there for these wonderful words. Good evening. My name is Niels Lauber Nielsen. I'm Corporate Vice President leading Novo Nordisk facilities here in North Carolina. And thank you for this incredible honor. It's not just an award for Novo Nordisk. It's a celebration of our employees like Jason, who you have just heard from. For more than 20 years, our partnership with community colleges had transformed thousands of lives like his. The BioWorks program and other strong collaborations are part of the reason Novo Nordisk continue to expand and invest billions, creating manufacturing jobs here in North Carolina. Our medicines help millions of people live lives and healthier lives, but we don't do this alone. We rely on the highly skilled, passionate people of North Carolina. And because of you, our educators, our workforce leaders, our partners, this state has become a leader in life science. Please keep doing what you do best. Train, inspire, opening doors to opportunities. Novo Nordisk is committed to your success, to our collective success. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. And with that, our final award for the evening has been given out. What a wonderful evening we've had tonight celebrating North Carolina Community College excellence, right? Let's have another round of applause for our inspiring students, faculty, staff, and business partners. Now, before you leave tonight, there are a few important updates I want to tell you about. On your way out, please help yourself to a complimentary swag bag. This year, it is a modern system-branded sling bag. Inside the bag, you'll find a lot of goodies, including Wake Tech branded chocolates, system-branded eyeglass wipes, compliments of the Catawba Valley Community College Manufacturing Solutions Center, and an umbrella from CCS so we can, who said make it rain earlier, right? We're going to make it rain for North Carolina community colleges. These swag bags, they were produced by Identify Yourself. They're compliments of our friend-level sponsors who are all listed here on the screen for you. For those of you who want to keep the party going tonight, the Umstead Hotel Bar and Lounge is happy to welcome you, and they accept cash or credit card. For those of you who need to head home, we do have a sold-out event, which means there will be a line, of course, at the valet. So make your way home a little more comfortable for you. We've got hot tea, some coffee, a refreshment station there for you, ready for you at the valet station. And with that, speaking of the valet, please know that your co-hosts have already covered the valet charges and the gratuities. So no need to tip unless you'd like to provide something over and above. With that, winners as well, some reminders here. Please remember to make your way to the step and repeat for the photos, for group photos, and to box up your beautiful trophies as well. And we want to again acknowledge and appreciate our more than 40 different sponsors and speakers tonight, from large, middle-size, and small businesses, nonprofit organizations and associations, colleges, and many friends and family who made tonight so special. They reflect the public-private partnerships that are necessary to deliver on the promise of improving lives across North Carolina. Also, if you did have a good time this evening, consider joining us for next year's event. The awards event will be taking place at an even larger venue, the Angus Barn Pavilion, on Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. Put it in your calendars, pull out your phone, go ahead and do that. That concludes the North Carolina Community College's awards dinner and celebration for 2025. Good night. Thank you all for letting me have the honor of being a part of tonight's wonderful event.